So, but that's also why I don't think she is cooperative, because she's not cooperative to the vast majority of the male population. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, because again, you still got she's not overweight, she's feminine, she's friendly, she's childless, she's looking for marriage, and she's submissive. If you're the right guy, as far as this will probably be the only time I ever say that being submissive to the right guy is a plus. Because usually what happens is that we get women on here who say that, but then they have these extreme standards that, it's a small percentage of the population as far as what the guy can control. I only want to date guys who are 6 feet up. I would only marry, my husband has to be over 6 feet tall, but guys can't control that. With this woman, the things that she is looking for, the deal breakers that she has, most men are in control of.
Let me see who's up in here. Who's this? Hello?
Hi.
Let's see. Is your Wi Fi good? Let me make sure you're clear.
Uh, yeah, I'm trying to make it. I'm on my computer, so hopefully
Oh, that's a straight
it
webcam
will
right
work.
there.
What's your name, honey?
Jasmine,
Jasmine, how old are you?
31,
31. 31. Where you
She
calling
looks
us from,
younger than that.
Jasmine?
San Diego, California.
San Diego, California. So soft spoken. San Diego. You have any kids?
No.
No kids. What do you do for a living?
I've been working for a temp agency, and the last two jobs that I've had with them have been nonprofit work as a receptionist, and
Okay.
it's been fun.
All right. Jasmine, 31, San Diego, no kids. Tip agency. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Leo.
Leo. What kind of man
Yeah.
you looking for, Jasmine?
Um, I want a God-fearing man. And ideally, if he was down to like keep all the commandments with me, that would be most ideal. But the main thing, I mean, obviously, like,
We talked about this in the last episode. When you get these women who come on here and they lead with God and religion, where's your pastor at? Why is he not trying to help you find a suitable husband? Because sometimes it comes off as, it's just like, it makes you wonder if they have all these they're hiding behind God instead of trying to actually, instead of trying to find an actual husband. Because again, if you're really into the church like that, then your pastor should be helping you. That's who should be vetting the guys for you, because they're gonna have the inside track on that. So, you know what? Well, let's keep going. I don't want to. This may be the exception. You never know. So,
honesty and loyalty are important. A chivalrous man is something important to me. I like a man that opens my doors and like, will carry my bag
yeah, again, she's looking for a traditional man. So the first question we got to ask: is she a traditional woman?
and things like that. Um, but yeah, the God fearing man is like the key component. And as far as like liberty, if he's in love with pork, then we're not gonna be a fit. Like,
Does he
um,
love a
Oh,
pork, or do you mean if he eats pork?
I mean, if he's in love with it, like if he's open, like, cause for me, like I keep my liberty is centered around following the Bible and trying to keep God's laws, not just the 10 Commandments. And so I focus on what the Bible says is clean. And so it's important to me
hmm.
that my children are not going to be eating pork. My children are not going to be eating shellfish and things like that. So a deal breaker for me would be a man that if he's open to letting go of pork, great. If he's not, totally cool. If he doesn't eat pork at all, that's that's obviously ideal. But I'm open if he's open to adjusting. But I get like, I grew up in the church, so I get that like there's conditioning that we all have sometimes as a people. Oh, another thing that's really important to me is he has to be like black. Like if he's not, like that's ideal for me. If he's like Latino, I'm open to Latino and I guess Native American, but really, I want a black man. That's like ideal for me.
The way you said Latino, I naturally assume that you're more black. Are you mixed with anything?
I have Mexican roots in me, and I'm Creole. I'm a lot of Creole, and I have some Native American. But
Do you consider yourself as a black woman, or do you consider yourself
yeah,
Creole? Oh,
yes,
you
I'm a
do.
black woman. I'm a
Okay.
black woman.
So back to the Bible. Do you follow the Bible to the T, all the commandments?
Um, it's I don't know every single law that's in there because there's a lot. So I seek to do that, but I haven't. I don't know every single one by heart to say that I'm wholeheartedly incorporating every single one. But my
Okay.
lifestyle is centered around keeping the Sabbath, eating what the Bible says is clean, and
Do
just
you believe
studying.
in not having sex until you're married?
That would be
Big
ideal for
question.
me,
Great
but
question.
I am divorced and I am not a virgin, so
Oh,
like, but if a man is willing.
what does the Bible say about divorce? Mm-hmm. But the good news is that if she is divorced, that means that she has made it all the way down the aisle. Um, so she can. She is obviously she is looking for marriage. But I'd be interested to know if she had any kids and how long was she married for, because that's going to say a lot. And who vetted that man? Who vetted her husband for her? It's also be interesting because that brings up a lot more questions. Because again, it's obvious that she is living a religious lifestyle, right? But again, what does the Bible say about divorce? And if you're still in the church, is her ex-husband still in the church? Makes just more questions. Let's keep going.
To practice that with me, that would be most ideal.
When did you get divorced?
I officially got divorced in 2021, but I had to leave my ex-husband on January 25th of 2019 because he was physically abusive, and so that's why I had to file for divorce, and he didn't
Oh,
want to sign.
Okay, again, I always say this when women come with these stories like this, especially in her case, because she has such a religious background and she sticks to it. She doesn't strike me as somebody who, I just all of a sudden found religion. Uh, it seems like she's been doing this it's a lifestyle with her. Who vetted her husband or her ex-husband? How did the two of them get together? Because there should have been some. Well, you know what? We're gonna keep moving because I don't want to. It might be a waste of time asking those questions because Kendra's probably not gonna go there. So.
well, I'm happy you're out of that. I'm sorry you went through that. Okay. So this is Jasmine 31 Leo. So we got to your deal breakers. Does the guy have to look a certain way?
I mean, like I said, the key component to me is he's gotta be melanated. Like, I'm 5 feet, so if he's taller than me, that's definitely preferred. But it doesn't take much to be taller than me. And those are like the major key factors for me as far as looks go. I don't have a set idea. I want whoever God, chooses for me, but I'm not really on social media and stuff like that. So I really appreciate your show and your platform and what you're doing for us, and like, you're the bomb, and you're really beautiful, by the way.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you. I received that, Jasmine. I do.
very
Um, so does the guy have to make a certain amount of money?
um I don't have a set amount of money in mind. I'm not materialistic per se, but I do have a certain liberty that I maintain and like kind of need to be maintained. So like, I eat very clean. I'm very choosy with what I eat. Um, like, no red 40 dye, no high fructose corn syrup, things like that. I'm very choosy about like staying away from the top 5 GMO crops. So investing money in
Okay.
food is something that's important to me. I'm very clean when it comes to like natural products that I put on my body. I'm very choosy on on the products that I choose to put on my body. So those are things that I would like need to be able to be upheld, but I don't have a set financial expectation.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam, Jasmine.
Okay. No, you said teeth, teeth, teeth. Yeah, yes, you. So this is
Yeah, you have great shape. I mean, this what happens when you eat very healthy.
giving thanks.
So, Jasmine, when was your last relationship?
Is she in like a storeroom? Man, maybe I'm hoping that's like a second bedroom because, well, she did say she's not materialistic, so that would explain a lot. Hmm. It's there are a couple things going on here, but Chris says that means she shops at Sprouts and Whole Foods, very expensive. Yeah, that's why she was hinting around what the when if the guy needs to make a certain amount of money. I picked up on that too, but let's keep going.
My last relationship actually ended in 2021. So I admit was still I was separated legally well, I wasn't legally separated. I had been separated from my ex-husband like I mentioned since 2019. But out when I got out of that bad situation, I ended up being in a relationship for 2 years and it
Okay.
ended in March 2021. So that wasn't good that I participated in adultery. I acknowledge that, but that's what happened.
Wow.
Don't be too
Whoa.
hard on yourself, honey. Life is about lessons, and I love the church too. But everybody in church is
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. So this woman, she was married. She left her husband. I'm assuming when she left him, she just really just moved out of a bad situation, and then she got into a relationship that was, what did she say, 2 years or however many years it was, and she actually considered that adultery. The fact that she owned up to that, she gets accountability. I mean, wow. And she admitted to that on camera. Didn't have to do that. Because she could have just said that, yeah, after my marriage was over, I met another guy and we were in a relationship, but it just didn't work out. But she actually called it and said, yes, I was technically still married at the time and I did commit adultery. Wow. Let's keep going.
not perfect, and they may
Yeah.
not, and they may not expose all their things that they've done against the Bible. But don't be too hard on yourself.
Okay, given thanks. And just for the record, I don't actually go to church.
Oh, you don't go to church, so that's not important to you.
No,
Whoa.
and my the thing that's most important to me is
Okay.
that I keep the Sabbath. So for the last couple years, like for the last 2 years, solid pretty much, I have been keeping the Sabbath from Friday night sundown to Saturday night sundown, and spending time with God, focusing on the Word.
Okay, that answers the question about why the pastor's not helping her find a husband because she's not going to church. So, hmm, that's not you. That's unusual, and we're probably not going to. Kendra's probably not going to leave that topic alone. But I personally would want to know like a lot more questions. Like, what is it that gives her this conviction, this strong conviction with following the Bible? But you're not physically going to church. The whole point of, well, you know what? This ain't that kind of channel. So let's keep going.
Um, but I've just always had a strong relationship with Christ, who's a black man. So
Y'all been listening. Black Jesus is very popular on Tonight's Show. I had one girl who told me if you believe in white Jesus, she can't date you, but she can date you if you believe in black Jesus. And
uh-huh.
you came back with black Jesus. So Jesus is black tonight, child. He black every night, cause baby,
Yeah, for the record.
no, let's not.
Okay.
That's a whole nother. I don't like to deep dive in religion because all it does is cause a lot of debates.
I,
But
I
back with
feel
you.
you. I feel
Back,
you.
back with you, honey. All right. What are three flaws you think you have to work on?
I'm loyal to the bone, and that is a strength, but also a weakness. Um, I am disciplined, but I have not been disciplined enough to become bilingual. So that's definitely a weakness of mine because I would like to homeschool my children and have them be like trilingual or something. And I'm I'm not multilingual.
That's not a
What's
weakness.
another thing that is I'm not since I used to live in Atlanta from 2013 to 2021. But since I've been back home, I'm from Dago, born and raised. But since I've been back home, I have not been living on my own. So that is another weak point of mine that
Okay, that explains the
I'm not
room
self
then,
sufficient in that regard. I
right?
stay working, but I'm not self sufficient in that regard. I have a car, lots of books,
Do you stay with your parents or a friend?
my grandparents.
Your grandparents. Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Mm. Because as long as he's a God fearing man and God like wills the union, I will happily submit to my husband and serve my husband.
Saw that coming.
And I know that I am a very loyal and dedicated partner who would like seek to just study and know my partner inside and out and like feed him lots of good stuff, lots of healthy, yummy stuff. And I'm into natural health and wellness, so I have a whole herbal cabinet that I could supply him with. And I don't have any children yet, but I'm the oldest of 7 girls. So I have had experience with helping raise children. And so I believe that I will be a wonderful mother when that time comes.
Wow.
Let's do it. So you're not on social media, so you want the guy to email you.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And
There was a lot here, especially in the past couple minutes. Okay, is she marriageable? Let's run down this, right? She's not overweight. She gets very feminine vibes off, right? She is friendly. She has like a bubbly personality. Cooperative. We'll come back to there. Submissive. Yeah, I kind of saw the submission coming when she starts talking about her values as far as her religion. Women who in that time period in the Bible, you don't have any choice but to be submissive, especially if you want to get married. And she looks to continue that trend. But if you notice, she said it's for the right guy. And that's understandable. That's the way it should be, right? And she's childless. I mean, she hit multiple points. The last few seconds, we found out that she has a spirit of service. Now, the downside is the cooperation. Initially, I was thinking that she is very much cooperative, but it will, if we look at it as a whole, she's only cooperative to a very small percentage of men, because you have to meet the standard that she has, while most usually it's the other way around. Women will have a bunch of standards as far as the surface level stuff, right? He needs to be X height, and he needs to make X amount of dollars, and he needs to look like, six pack and all this other stuff. She actually didn't have any requirements with that stuff. Her deal breakers are more so about that relate to character, which I think that a lot of women out here could take a cue from that. But that's also why I don't think she is cooperative, because she's not cooperative to the vast majority of the male population. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, because again, you still got she's not overweight, she's feminine, she's friendly, she's childless, she's looking for marriage, and she's submissive. If you're the right guy, as far as this will probably be the only time I ever say that being submissive to the right guy is a plus. Because usually what happens is that we get women on here who say that, but then they have these extreme standards that, it's a small percentage of the population as far as what the guy can control. I only want to date guys who are 6 feet up. I would only marry, my husband has to be over 6 feet tall, but guys can't control that. With this woman, the things that she is looking for, the deal breakers that she has, most men are in control of. It's just that not a lot of guys are going to take the time out and have the discipline to measure up, but they can. So that's why I'm saying this is definitely a plus, because she's requiring you to be at the top of your game. So yeah, she 100% marriageable. I wish her the best though, but I think her biggest issue is going to be finding somebody to help her vet men. If she says she lives with her grandparents, hopefully her granddad is around and can help do that, because, That's gonna be tough. But I wish her the best of luck though. Yeah, Chris. You see, Chris says 5 out of 6. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's ultra rare for that to happen.
So
If you
I am a prayer warrior 31 at gmail.com.
That's me.
So now, because you talk so much
Oh,
about religion
we
or
got
the
some more.
Bible, would
Yeah.
you date a guy that wants to go to church often?
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a good
can
question.
I can hang as long as he could respect that I want to keep the Sabbath and that I want my children to keep the Sabbath. I have no problem going to church. I can receive, God can speak to me no matter where I'm at. So I have no problem going to
Wow.
church, but that would be on the condition that he's comfortable and supportive of me keeping the Sabbath during those times.
And what is the age range you would date again? You're 31.
Yeah, I'm open to a little bit younger than me if he's mature, but I think the highest I might be willing to go, I don't know the full answer to this, maybe max 50, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't
You
know.
would date a man that age?
I don't know. I'm not like I haven't thought the age range part through. All I know is like if you're hitting closer to my papa's age, then that's definitely a no go. But
I think the reason why she hasn't thought about that is because the requirements that she has, the deal breakers, usually that's going to knock a lot of the guys out of the running. So just like with the superficial stuff, as far as when Kendra asked her about what type of man you're looking for, she didn't have any real, she didn't have a real answer for that question, and it's usually because again she's judging men based on character, and if most guys are not matching up, the ones that do finally match up, she's not gonna get caught up on that surface level stuff.